You got your coffee this morning? Do you got your coffee? Come on! Have a little joy today. Matter of fact, can I just, I need a joy song right now. I need some joy, joy, joy. I got the love of Jesus down in my heart. Where? Down in my heart. Where? Down in my heart. I got the love of Jesus down in my heart. Where? Down in my heart to stay. Oh, there's going to be a blood moon over Jerusalem on Saturday, December the 10th. Let me say it again. There's going to be a blood moon over Jerusalem on Saturday, December the 10th. This will not happen again, a total lunar eclipse, until the year 2014 and 15. And then not again over Jerusalem now I'm talking. There'll be more lunar eclipse until again 2018. So it's a 7-year period that we're having blood moon over Jerusalem, halfway in the middle, couple blood moons over Jerusalem, and at the end, 2018, a blood moon over Jerusalem. The Bible says, as some of the signs, in Luke 21:25, and there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, and the sea and the waves roaring. Now listen to me. I'm not saying that a blood moon, that a red moon, a blood moon, is a sign. It's the timing of the blood moon. It's the fact that it's happening in a 7-year period, the same time that the dead birds, dead fish, and dead cows are falling out of the sky. It's the same year that the 5th largest earthquake in the history of the world happened in Japan. It's happening in the same year that the Arab Spring and the nations that have risen up and the overthrowing, as found in Daniel chapter 11, 41 through 45. It says that he being the Antichrist spirit, shall enter the glorious land, and many nations shall be overthrown, including Egypt, Libya, and at the steps of Ethiopia. And we've seen it. Boom, 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 just like a house of cards. See, this blood moon over Jerusalem was also there during the 1967 war. And so what I'm trying to say to you, when pipelines are busting today as explosion of oil pipelines in Syria, as 4,000 bodies lay in the streets of Damascus and cities in Syria over the last 9 months during this uprising, as President Assad sits there with his expensive money suits with Barbara Walters and says it's not his fault, it's not his responsibility, he didn't do it, you can't blame him for what happened. What are you talking about, Assad? I gotta have coffee. I can't. Don't get my blood boiling right now. You see, the blood, I need peace, peace, wonderful peace, coming down from the Father above. Sweep over my spirit, forever I pray, with fathomless billows of love. You see, this same year of 2011 has seen prophetic prophecies of ancient prophets spoken of by prophets like Isaiah, when he said in Isaiah 19, 1 through 4, the exact sequence of the fall of Egypt, right down the line. Or Jeremiah 49, as he spoke about what looks like the impending doom upon Syria and Iran, that's also known as Elam. It could also be, you could see in the Holy Scriptures, the potential for the Psalms 83 war, as we seem to be on the brink of it. Without question, Matthew 24 is rolling out for us just like that. We're living in times that the Bible spoke about. And will there be a one world currency soon? And does it start with the euro? as there's already the talk. You even had the Pope step out and say we need a one world currency. Now I've seen where Nicolas Sarkozy and Chancellor Merkel of Germany and Sarkozy of France are talking about creating this one euro. The European Union, all 27 nations within that entire region under one currency. That if that happens, and it probably will, it's a precursor to the whole world. And that's coming. And I was praying about it last night. I got off the air doing a 2-hour interview with Hagman and Hagman Report. It's called the Hagman Report. If you want to listen to the interview, it's a powerful 2-hour interview. We talk about Iran and Syria, the Middle East. We talk about the political process, or I didn't go political, but I did talk about the moral, spiritual decay of America in the midst of this political season. We talked about the economy and the currencies and the crisis that's come upon the world. And so in the midst of all of that, in this 2011, you have to ask yourself, are you saved? I just did a video on Johnny Depp singing a blasphemous song about Jesus. You know, I thought about it. If somebody just makes a cartoon about Muhammad, they burn the whole Middle East down. But they can do whatever they want to Jesus. They do it. They trash him. They use feces, and then Johnny Depp gets up there and sings about it, and looks like it's going to be the #1 Christmas song of the entire United Kingdom. I mean, come on, what's happening? What's happening? There's earthquake in Chile, 6.1. There's more dead fish and dead birds and whales washing up on the banks. There's a red tide in southwest Florida. There's all kinds of phenomena. There's a polar bear. I just seen this. Polar bear is a cannibal. It's eating its own kind in Antarctica. They got film of it. I mean, it's if you stop and think about all the things that's going on, it's absolutely a world like we never dreamed we would see. And I'm here to tell you right now, this blood moon, this is the thing. It's not the blood moon, it's the timing. It's the events going on as it's developing. It's in the middle. I mean, this Comet Elenin, that's the thing about a Comet Elenin. It wasn't that the Comet Elenin was all that spectacular. It was the fact that the event, it finally arrived. It wasn't even discovered until, a year ago? It was December 10th, actually, of last year. And when the Comet Elenin got between the sun and the earth, well, folks, that was during the Feast of the Trumpets. And then when it got its closest point to earth, that was right in the middle of the Feast of the Tabernacles. The very night the Jewish men go outside, look into the stars, and give praise and glory and honor to the Creator of time and space and all things. The very night there's a comet going by. First time in history. What? You see, I'm serious. You can't make this stuff up. You can't have all the events we've had this year. My reason for bringing up the fact there's a blood moon Saturday is with the intensity that's going on in the Middle East right now. And the fact that Israel was in a 6-day war in 1967 during a blood moon. I'm just saying, keep an eye on the Middle East. Keep a close eye. Jesus said, watch and pray. For an hour you think not, the Son of Man will come. And then Johnny Depp is singing and portraying Jesus Christ as a drunken bachelor party facilitating, hanging upside down naked, and stealing a car, wild. I mean, what kind of a... But they'll let him do it. It's really sad. So I report to you the current events and the signs. But I want you to know something. When I leave, when I go through my life, I constantly still rejoice in Jesus Christ. And you can too in the midst of the storm. I'm Pastor Paul Begley. It's going to be a powerful day and a powerful program this afternoon on LibertyBroadcastingNetwork.com, 12 noon Eastern.